This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Kingston motor vehicle inspector charged with a fatal stabbing. Motor vehicle inspector 56-year-old Clive Lawrence has been charged with the stabbing death of a man on Charles Street in Kingston. Lawrence, who is from Love Lane in Kingston, was charged on Tuesday with murder and wounding with intent after a question and answer interview. Anton Stevens was killed on Saturday, April 30. The police report that about 8:10 p.m., Lawrence and a woman who is a relative of Stevens were involved in a dispute while traveling in a Toyota Probox motorcar. According to the police, the pair reportedly arrived at Charles Street, where the woman allegedly exited the vehicle and ran into the yard. Lawrence allegedly chased her with a knife. Stevens, who was in the yard at the time, intervened and insisted that Lawrence leave his premises, according to the police. Lawrence then allegedly stabbed Stevens several times. Another man who came to the assistance of Stevens also received stab wounds. Lawrence reportedly escaped from the scene in the Toyota Probox motorcar and was on the run until Tuesday, July 19, 2022, when he turned himself over to the police in the company of his attorney. He was later charged. Quantity of cash seized in anti-narcotics operations. A quantity of cash, including Jamaican, United States, and the Canadian currencies, was seized during yesterday's simultaneous anti-narcotics operations by a joint police-military team, law enforcement sources have revealed. The final figure is still being calculated, but a source said the cash includes US $6,700 and the Canadian $300. The operations were being conducted at the Avery, a gated apartment complex on Charlie Mount Avenue in St. Andrew, and at least 3 locations in St. James. Law enforcement sources confirmed that at least 6 motor vehicles, including 2 Mercedes-Benz and a BMW, and the licensed firearm were also seized. 5 men who were the target of the operations are now in custody. 2 were arrested on extradition warrants from the U.S. One of the suspects is a former cop, officials confirmed. 2 of the cars, a Lexus and an Infiniti, were seized during a secondary operation in Patrick City, St. Andrew. It's reported that the men are currently being questioned by detectives and could be formally charged. Trelawney fisherman charged with illegal possession of firearm. Police in Trelawney arrested and charged a fisherman of Rock District in the parish for the offenses of illegal possession of firearm and assault at the common law following an incident in the area on Monday, July 18. Charged is 44-year-old Kevin Miller, otherwise called the Panda of Rock District in the parish. Reports from the lawmen are that Miller got into an argument with another man at the man's home. Miller reportedly left and later returned with a handgun, which he allegedly pointed at the man and threatened him. The complainant reported the matter to the police, and Miller was subsequently picked up. He was later charged. Cocaine possession trial of entertainer George Knox pushed back. The trial of entertainer George Knox, who is before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on cocaine charges, has been pushed back to November 23. The trial could not start yesterday morning, as the court was told that his lawyer, Tom Tavares Finson, was involved in another matter in the Home Circuit Court. As a result, Parish Judge Maxine Dennis McPherson extended Knox bail for him to return for his trial. The entertainer was charged with the possession of cocaine and attempting to pervert the course of justice in 2020, following a ruling by the Director of Public Prosecutions in connection to a 2019 incident. Allegations are that Knox tossed a plastic bag containing a white powdery substance to the ground when cops conducting a narcotics operation approached him. Knox was taken into custody. It is further alleged that while being processed at the police's narcotics headquarters, he got hold of the bag and swallowed the contents. Men involved in St. James gun battle to be charged soon, says police. The St. James police say charges will soon be laid against the 2 licensed firearm holders who on Tuesday traded bullets in Sam Sharp Square, Montego Bay, during a road rage incident. The police started questioning the men on Wednesday. The men shot each other during Tuesday's incident. One of them remains hospitalized. Assistant Commissioner Clifford Chambers, head of Area 1 headquarters, told the news that while he expects the charges to be laid soon, he could not share further details as the police investigation is still active. However, ACP Chambers confirmed that the incident resulted from a motor vehicle accident and was not a wanton act of criminality by gangsters. The Firearm Licensing Authority is also conducting a probe into the incident.
The incident is now the subject of an active police investigation, and therefore not much more can be shared at this time. It must, however, be noted that the incident resulted from a motor vehicle accident in the vicinity of the Sam Sharp Square, and it is not a wanton act of criminality by gangsters. As mentioned, both persons are now with detectives being interviewed, and there is the clearest indication yet that charges will be preferred soonest.
Female cop to appear before DICOM in Donna-lee Donaldson case. The female district constable who was listed as a person of interest in the disappearance of social media personality 24-year-old Donna-lee Donaldson has been served a notice to appear before the Independent Commission of Investigations to answer questions. This was confirmed by her attorney Oswest Senior Smith. He said the notice was served on the district constable Wednesday afternoon for her to appear before DICOM on August 3. Mr. Senior Smith told the news that he was retained to represent the constable after her status was upgraded to that of a suspect in the case. But he dismissed the claims by the police high command that his client refused to give a statement, insisting she was very much prepared to give one, but she only required that her lawyer was to be there. He said it was after she expressed this to the investigators that she was told she is now a suspect in the case.
She was very much prepared to give a statement, but she only required that her lawyer was to be there. My instructions further are that this is what she responded and said when she was required to give a statement. Now, the dynamics have changed because consequent upon or subsequent to her expressing as much that she preferred that she had a lawyer there, she was told that her status had changed and that she was now being considered a suspect. Now, as far as she's concerned, like everyone else who is a suspect, she is entitled to the protections that the law offers. My instructions are ultimately that my client is not embroiled in any illegal activities that could have harmed anyone, and certainly not the missing, if indeed she is, young lady, Miss Donna-lee Davidson. And as far as my client's instructions to me go, both were acquainted with each other and have been so for some time now, and they enjoyed fairly cordial relations. There is no enmity or hostility between them, as I understand my instructions. So she has had nothing to do with any disappearance of anyone.
Prairie blasts the St. Mary Police for misinformation on amusement permits. Richard Curry, chairman of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation, has blasted the police in the parish for what he says is a blatant disregard for amusement permits issued by the corporation. Mr. Curry said the police are given conflicting information about the amusement permits for the municipal corporation and those issued by the police. The misinformation, he said, has caused the promoters to become reluctant to pay for the permits issued by the municipal corporation. Mr. Curry outlined that in some instances, the police have told the promoters that the municipal corporation's permit is illegal.
It is two separate permits. If we go and find somebody having an event that they don't have a permit from us, it is within our remit to charge them that fee and give them the permit. So the police can't be saying to the person, because I understand in one instance the person was hesitant to pay us because they said the police told them that our permit is illegal. We can't have one government agency working against the other in that fashion. It is cheaper for you to come in and get your permit. The Prime Minister, after coming out of COVID, said that we must charge 50% of the fee for the next 6 months, which we have been doing. So, for example, a normal small event that we would charge you $3,750 is cut in half. However, if we come and we find you having that same event illegally, we are going to charge you the full fee of $3,750 plus a penalty fee of $3,750.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.